responsibility to really to tune out the voices of the haters, of the people that are constantly double and triple checking and shilling for him and suggesting that somehow they're being biased, bending over backwards, treating him like a normal candidate. He's not a normal candidate. He is running to end American democracy as we know it. He's an authoritarian who a court in Colorado 2 days ago ruled that he led an insurrection against the United States government. He's charged with leading schemes to help overthrow the United States government. So if they want to frame it that way, that's fine. If you want to be fair, then you will frame this as Joe Biden being the candidate that supports American democracy, and Donald Trump, a candidate who supports a new form of government here that's authoritarian. It's really that simple. And by the way, Reverend Al, when people go, oh, you can't compare him to past Nazi leaders, you can't compare him to this past Nazi leader or that past fascist leader, because he hasn't done that. Well, what hasn't he done? He hasn't done the things that the American judicial system did not allow him to do.
Let's just we just pause it right there. If we can just pause it real quick. Do they not get what they're saying? Do they not hear their own words? What has he not done? The things that the other branches of government have limited his power on? Well, he's clearly a tyrant. He's a dictator. What? Not exerting power, not consolidating power into the executive branch and overriding the will of the checks and balances built into our system? I mean, well, he's only ever done what the courts have said it's legal for him to do. This tyrant, this absolute fascist leader. You get what you're saying is the exact argument as to why he's not a tyrant, why he's not an authoritarian, because he was operating firmly within the system, admittedly to our frustration. But let's go back to the just absolute just morons. I mean, it really is something else to see these people try to work out in real time what they believe and see them debunk their own claims as they're making them. Let's go back to the idiots.
Allow him to do this time, or a judicial system that will be ignored by Donald Trump and ran over by Donald Trump to create the greatest constitutional crisis of our lifetimes. Just because he hasn't done it yet doesn't mean he won't do it when he gets a chance to do it. And if he is voted into office,
he's been president for 4 years.
Talking about literal or figurative or whatever the hell they're saying. You're going to look like idiots because he will do. He will get away with, he will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute, drive from the country. Just look at his past. It's not really hard to read.
I wish that was the case.
The only thing that stood between him and the destruction of American democracy was the federal judiciary.
Wow. No doubt about it.
Incredible.
And I think that when we talk about framing